Thank you to EA for sponsoring this video. There are over 130 unique offensive playbooks in college football 25, and I looked through every single one of them so you don't have to. Regardless of your playstyle on offense, I guarantee you one of these 4 playbooks is going to be worth checking out. Do you enjoy pounding your opponents? Well, then you might want to play like Air Force does in real life, because the Air Force playbook has some formations that are guaranteed to make your opponents rage quit. We're going to play a drive here, and then we're going to break down some plays afterwards. Let's start with the inverted triple option here, and I make the worst possible decision on the first play. Now, what I should have done is held right trigger right here to see who the read key is. So the read key here is the defensive end on the left side of the screen. The pitch key is that slot corner over there. We're going to hold A to keep it with our quarterback, pitch it here. And we gotta run, Harris. Why is he holding the football like Deion Sanders? Oh my God. Okay, well, the idea was to have like a 7 or 8 play drive where I open up the playbook, but that dude looks like me out there. 5'10", 160 pounds, soaking wet, and just outran the entire team, broke multiple tackles. That's Marshawn Lynch, just wearing a bodysuit. A great place to start in this playbook is in the flexbone normal formation. This formation has a ton of amazing option plays if you want to run it with your quarterback. If you want to hand it off, they have some great run plays in general, and you can actually pass pretty effectively out of this formation as well. The play we just used to score was midline triple, and this is really the bread and butter of this particular formation. Again, the game makes it really easy on you by holding right trigger before the play. The game tells you who the read key is, who the pitch key is, and from there it's really just about reacting after the snap. Unlike Madden, if you want to keep it with your quarterback in this game, you have to hold A or X if you're on PlayStation. Right there, the defensive end plays it incredibly well, and we can still pitch the ball while we're being tackled. Like, the option in this game is really good. Obviously, you do have to be careful of the wear and tear system in the game. If you're taking a lot of hits with your quarterback, it's going to pile up throughout the course of a game, and you're going to lose important stats with your quarterback, or even worse, he could be injured. Now, if the defense is really selling out to stop the quarterback, all we have to do is snap the football and just maneuver with our left stick here. I lay off a turbo as well. Hitting turbo will cause the defensive line to block shit immediately, but handing it straight off to our running back up the gut is a great way to keep the defense honest. Honestly, it can go for some big gains as well. Even if it doesn't, it keeps them honest. I can't say that enough or stress it enough. But again, we keep it with our quarterback here. We hit LB or L1 to pitch the football to our running back. We're going to get that edge, especially if we have a fast running back, literally every single time. Now, the really cool thing about this formation is that it's symmetrical, so we can flip it to the left or the right. Our opponent won't know which way we're going. You're going to want to pair that midline triple option with the play rocket toss right here. Again, if I'm on a hash, I'm typically going to run this to the wide side of the field. I want to give my running back enough space to make people miss and really accelerate up the sideline. Right here, we'll cut it back inside, go back outside. This play is actually really good. My favorite passing play in this formation is the play all go. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Who doesn't love running vertical concepts, whether it's Madden, college football? It's effective in real life. It works for a reason. I place my running back here on a Texas route, so up on the D-pad, it looks like this. Against any type of zone coverage, I'm hitting the seams. Against man coverage, I'm hitting my running back off the cut. Super simple, yet highly effective. If you're on a 2-minute drill and you need to pass the rock, look no further than the brand new formation, pistol empty stack. The play double post is one of the best stock plays I've ever seen. And by stock, I mean we don't have to make any hot routes whatsoever. Against man coverage, look to the wheel or the post route or the drag. Against zone, we have a ton of different options as well. The post is probably my favorite of the bunch. Pretty poor throw right there from the Air Force quarterback, but he's not used to throwing the football a ton. We'll run it again here one more time. This looks like man coverage this time. We get a great throw, possession catch to avoid the knockout from the defensive back. I love this play. The only change you might want to consider here is dragging our wide receiver triangle if you're on PlayStation. Now we create a mesh concept here, which is good against man. It's good against zone as well. And again, the post is really my primary read here. It's just such a good route. They also have a QB blast and then a load option here as well with an auto motion. Let's go ahead and try to run the auto motion QB option here. You actually kind of get a speed boost off the line, and honestly right there I mistimed the pitch, but that's got some decent potential. Let's go ahead and try to run this one more time here. We just pitch it immediately. We make somebody miss, and we turn it upfield for a pretty decent gain. If you love the Air Force playbook but want to get a bit more vertical with more passing options, I would check out the UNLV playbook. Brand new to College Football 25 is the DIY reverse. You can find this in a bunch of different playbooks in a bunch of different formations, but in the UNLV playbook, we're running duo over weak. This play really isn't any different than a read option. All we have to do here is snap the football and then make a decision to either keep it with our running back or run into our wide receiver and tap LB or L1 to hand it off to him. So we have full control over this running back here. I'll keep it in this case by not pressing anything and just turn it upfield. But if we want to hand it off on the option, we run into him, we press LB, and then we hope that the edge defender doesn't come in and smack us in the face. Right here, we hand it off perfectly. We get the edge. That was absolutely clean, ran to perfection. In the formation duo over, the play G-load option is quickly becoming one of my favorites in the game. It's a pretty straightforward speed option here with some absolutely amazing blocking. A lot of times you can simply turn this upfield, especially if you have a fast quarterback, which in this case, I really don't. Again, we're just paying attention to the pitch key here. If he plays the quarterback, we simply go ahead and pitch this to our running back using LB or L1 if you're on PlayStation. And then you pair the G-load option and the DIY reverse with the play RPO alert halfback flat to give your opponents absolute nightmares defensively. This RPO is going to kill zone coverage. We simply just check it down to our running back, get some really good blocks, make somebody miss, and turn it upfield for potentially a touchdown. Cluster halfback strong is very similar to bunch halfback strong, which was super meta in Madden 24 in the Jets playbook. If you run the play verticals and place your running back on an in route, this is going to be both man and zone coverage as long as you make the right read every single time. I say that as if that's an easy thing to do. It's certainly not. But yeah, some of you guys will call this cheese. I just call it a very effective passing pattern in real life, in college football, and in Madden as well. Wake Forest runs probably the most unique offense in the entire country. And if you decide to use their playbook, you can actually run their signature slow mesh RPO play style. We're in the doubles Y off formation here, and we're going to call the play RPO walk alert. Again, in College Football 25, if you want to hand the ball off, you just don't press anything. And right there, we literally replicate the clip we just saw in this video. And then if we want to pass, we can hit our little swing route here. We can hit our slant or our backside post. We just have to wait for them to clear the zone. But don't wait too long because then you're going to throw a pick. We'll go ahead, hit our slant here, little possession catch. Take the contact, go down, make the catch. They actually have a variation of this play with a bubble screen to our slot wide receiver, and then we still have the backside post as well. I think this is super cool. It can be really effective against slot blitzes. And then you can mix the RPOs in with the play action walk X post here. Let's go ahead and call this play. We can do anything we want with our tight end as well. We can place them on a wheel route, for example. So let's go ahead and do this. We get a little walk here, but it's actually play action. And then we look to our post over the middle, click on, cut it off. What a sick touchdown. And the last playbook we're going to cover is the multiple offensive playbook, which is actually an alternate playbook. I said playbook a lot right there, didn't I? If you want to run the best trick play in the game, look no further than the reverse flea flicker in the formation Y trips offset weak. We're looking to this outside post here from Law. So let's go ahead, snap this football. We get a little double reverse flea flicker right here. And then we hit our post over top for an easy touchdown all day long. This playbook is great because it has two very good meta formations. The first is trips tight end, which is just good every year in every single Madden. It's going to be good in college football. And all we have to do here out of the play verticals is place our running back on either a table route or a Texas route, and everything is going to be wide open. Everything was bagged. We still caught it though, but we'll place our running back here on a table route, create a flood concept, and then hit our tight end here on the corner route. Now, me personally, I'm not really a big bunch guy, but this bunch is actually maybe the best in the entire game. I think it's the only one that actually has the play verticals out of it. Now, if you've already tried the Air Force playbook, you might want to look at the wishbone here. They have the triple option. They have some other runs in here as well. We simply do the same thing that we were doing with the flex bone. Just keep it with our quarterback here. Jalen Milroe is so dang good in this game, and yeah, you have a bit of everything in this playbook like I've already said. But those are my recommended offensive playbooks in College Football 25. Let me know which one you plan on running in the comments below.